Hi, this is David Henson reporting from our HensonFuerst headquarters. I just met with a client about a product's liability claim we're currently investigating. In that case, it's a defective piece of equipment that caused a very severe injury. One of the important legal issues in that case involves the deadlines that either allow or prevent a client from making legal claims in the event of an injury. The deadlines are a bit confusing, so I wanted to talk to you about them and to try and clarify North Carolina law as it is currently written. Now, in a product's liability case, there are actually two time limits that you need to be aware of: the statute of limitations and statute of repose. First, the statute of limitations, which means that in order to make a personal injury case, you must bring a claim within 3 years from the date of injury. For cases that involve wrongful death, though, the statute of limitations is 2 years. This is the same statute of limitations that's involved in a typical personal injury or wrongful death case, such as an automobile wreck, medical malpractice, or nursing home abuse claim. But for a product's liability claim, there is an additional deadline to be aware of: the statute of repose. The statute of repose requires that a defective product claim must be filed or resolved within 12 years from the date of sale or manufacture of a defective product, unless the defective product involves real estate, in which case there is a 6-year statute of repose. This is a relatively recent change under the law, and it became effective October 1st, 2009. So, as an example, imagine that you bought a curling iron 4 years ago and a defect caused it to spark, catch fire, and burn you. A year later, you file a claim in a court of law. You meet the statute of limitations because you stayed within the 3-year deadline to file a case after an injury. And you also met the statute of repose because you filed your claim well within the 12-year deadline that starts the day you purchased the product. Your claim would be invalid, though, if you miss the statute of limitations by filing your claim more than 3 years after the date of your injury, or if you miss the statute of repose deadline because you bought the product more than 12 years before the filing of your claim. Now, these time periods are the general rules in North Carolina, but please note that there may be exceptions to this general rule, and we strongly suggest that you discuss your specific situation with a lawyer in order to make a formal determination of all of the applicable time limits. When you are working with products that were manufactured, sold, or purchased out of state, these general rules might be affected. In that case, the only surefire way to know the correct statute of limitations and statute of repose time deadlines is to consult with an experienced products liability lawyer. If you have additional questions, please go to our website at lawmed.com. This is David Henson with HensonFuerst in Raleigh and Rocky Mount, North Carolina. If you have questions, we have answers.